This might end up being a very dangerous adventure. What you're looking at is a massive culvert that goes under the residential part of the city. It could go for a few hundred feet, could go for a few miles, but I want to know how far does it really go and what's at the end. One thing that's for certain, it's going to be a dark adventure. So if you're ready for this adventure, grab your flashlight and come along with me. There's a couple things I want to tell you in advance. Number one is that I found this just by chance of luck, just by riding around, noticed water outflow, got a closer look and noticed this massive opening. Secondly, I've had to postpone this adventure multiple times because of the threat of rain and thunderstorms. Today itself, there's no rain scheduled, but the weathermen have been wrong. Yesterday we had some pretty severe thunderstorms, which resulted in some really fast flowing water. This is a stormwater culvert. There should not be any sewage, it should just be water runoff from higher up in the city, which spills out into a collection pond and then makes its way to the river. The water is moving at a pretty good clip. Certain parts of it are about 2 inches deep or so. I'll be fine walking, but it's going to be noisy, and hopefully I don't drop anything because it will get washed away. But it goes up, bends to the left, but actually goes under part of a cemetery. So this culvert will be underneath a cemetery for a section of it. Then we're going to be under a residential neighborhood. So if you're ready, let's get moving. Now the base is primarily poured concrete. There are some little hazards here too, which I have to be mindful of. I don't want to trip and fall. There's a concrete ledge and then corrugated metal for the pipe itself. And we'll see if it does change of different construction elements as we make our way through. There's also going to be an echo and really noisy. Nothing I can do about that, so we're just going to trudge through and see how far we can actually go. There are some rocks down here embedded into the concrete, like maybe bedrock. Looks like they pour the concrete next to it, and are going around a pretty gradual curve, which does get a little bit sharper as we get closer to it. We are also climbing in elevation. This water is coming down gravity fed. You can actually see a piece of wood right there. Looks like it was used for the form of the concrete. It's kind of exposed right there. And there's looking back where we started from. got really scared because I was walking, doing the B-roll segment, and I felt something keep brushing against my feet. I wasn't sure what it was. I thought it was debris. I put the flashlight down. There's probably a few dozen little fish, anywhere from like half an inch to 2 to 3 inches long. So there are fish in here. And as you saw, coming around the bend, it's a torrent of water coming down, almost like a waterfall or like a raging river. It's climbing in an elevation, and then there's daylight at the end. We're gonna climb up there to the top, and we're gonna keep going. We'll see if it connects with another culvert or not. I didn't expect it to end so soon, but it doesn't mean there's not another connected part of it. But let's keep moving. We're gonna safely make it to that waterfall, that raging river, which is really loud. And once we get up to the top of it, we'll continue on. Sorry for looking all sweaty. It's extremely humid and about 90 degrees. I'm gonna keep it down a little bit because there's homes all around me here. I don't know exactly where I'm at. I have a rough idea. The landscape here has changed significantly. It's more wilderness, more natural, but the face of this culvert tunnel is pretty impressive. We got the corrugated metal, which has a protective steel plate on the outside that's bolted to it with concrete to help protect it from debris coming down. A massive stone wall erected above it. Looks like it's all hand stacked. This stuff here too. We have a big rock slide here, and the water is coming down. There's certain pools of water, trees defying gravity. I see some hoses. Looks like kids were climbing down using hoses to get down here. But the way it looks from this side looks way more impressive than the other side. Now I was hoping it went for longer. This is my very first time going through it. I only scouted it just to see that there was access to it. So inside, nothing too exciting. It's mainly concrete and bedrock. Once we do hit that hill, it's like a torrent of water, like a raging river. Water's moving at a pretty good clip. As you saw, I had to actually switch sides because I ran out of footing. And if I stepped in the water, I probably would have got swept away, so I had to do it safely, but I made it no incidents, except for getting scared by the fish. But enough of me rambling. We conquered that. Now let's continue upstream and see if we come upon another culvert or anything of interest. Got a debris pile here. Some carpet. It's not nature's carpet, it's man-made carpet. Pine tree, ink pen, branches. It's forming like a little dam right there. Now the good thing is this is, as far as I know, coming down from the mountain. So it's relatively good water despite the area. I wouldn't drink it, but I feel safe enough walking in it. Up here on the left I do see, oh wow, look at that tree. Holy crap. That's hanging off the edge, and the reason why is because this wall collapsed. It looks like it used to go straight across. It collapsed and they put these big boulders here instead. Probably got washed away from decades of bad weather and storms. But there's another wall there. Then we get to a rocky face, and I do see a basketball up ahead. But I could definitely tell that water has been as high as that line. So if I was standing right here right now where that water line is, it would be up to my chest roughly, which means I wouldn't be standing here. I would be getting washed down. So that pile of material there and the stone wall and everything like that is something that takes a brunt of the force and the weather, and the water. So debris, water hits that corner and then comes down. Must be a sight to see, and people that live up there got a bird's eye view looking down at the conditions of it. Now for curiosity's sake, there's a little bit of a pool here. You want to see what it looks like underneath? Alright, let's do it. Coming across lots of debris, lots of dumping as well. Looks like people are dumping brush, tree branches, tree trunks. There's a ladder right there. As you can see, properties border this really close. I do have my suspicions that this may go into another culvert. I don't have confirmation of that, just my suspicions, because I have seen that displayed before where there's a break like this and it might connect to another system. There's steps right there. Actually, people do come down. I'd imagine it's probably fishing here too. There's a little outdoor patio right there, right on top of the edge of that stone wall, which I'm guessing the water probably never reaches that high to even compromise that. But I'm just walking the stream bed here, taking it slow and easy, just keeping my eyes out for any hidden Easter eggs that may pop out. Oh, is this a frisbee? Maybe some kid will come down here and find it, have a new ball for himself. There's a really big fallen tree here. It's riddled with nature's carpet and bumps. It's almost like it's disfigured. There's a cavity where it's split there. Yeah, if you guys know what this is from, what causes this, it's not, you know, smooth. It is bumpy. It's almost like it has tumors on it. Best way to describe it. Oh, there's an excavator right there. Oh, we may not be continuing. There's a downed tree, which I believe came from them. Huh. That's not good. Have to get a closer look and inspect that, but yeah, it looks like they were working here maybe just earlier today. The earth is excavated. I can see where the tree is broken off, and I don't know if they meant for it to fall down here, but it is down here, partially blocking the path of the water. That's what it looks like what happened. This tree just fell, I think, earlier today. Oh, my suspicions were right. There's another culvert up ahead. All right, we got to get through this. We have no choice now. We have to keep going. This is not going to be an easy crossing here at all. It's a huge debris pile and relatively deep pools of water. I can't really cheat and go around it because of this mess here. I have no choice. I have to go through this. Alright, this is not going to be fun at all. I want you to experience what I'm experiencing here, so I'm going to keep you rolling the entire time. Whatever happens, good or bad. So I'm basically in the middle of this mess right now. Ooh. Oh, this is, I'm pretty sure, going to be worth the effort here. Ow. Got my foot pinched in a rock. Alright, worst is over. That was not fun. But look what's up ahead. An older style culvert. And this may end up posing a problem. Not only do I hear a lot of rushing water in there, but there's a really deep pool of water in front of it. I don't know how deep the water is in there. I can't go any deeper than my waist because of my backpack. Jesus, what the hell is that? It just jumped and scared me. Speaker, broken pottery and dishes. Oh boy. This looks a little nerve-wracking. I don't know what we stumbled onto. I'm excited to see this, but I'm also a bit worried with how deep the water is getting. It is a pool of water here. I could see the bottom up until the sunny part. And it's probably 2 to 3 feet deep, which isn't bad. But I don't know how deep it is in there. I'm going to have to scout it to make a decision if we could continue on or not. I have no choice but to walk through this and get a closer look. Now, if I didn't have to worry about my backpack and I had someone with me, it wouldn't even be a question of concern. I would go right through it. I've been through culverts up to chest water deep before when I was with RJ, so it's nothing new to me, just different circumstances. But let me plot my course here, find out the safest way to do this, and either way I'm going to bring you up there to the face, the opening of that culvert, and we'll go from there. It's soft. Let's hope there's no snakes in here. I want to get the bag over on the side and it's getting deeper. Oh boy. This might not be a good idea. I think methane bubbles are coming up behind me. That was a little sketchy. Yeah, I just got that all cloudy methane bubbles. I can smell it. So I'm gonna leave the bag here, and it unfortunately gets really deep here. I'm gonna try and go right along the edge and you look on the inside. If it looks like it's not safe or if it's really deep, I'm definitely not gonna be doing this today. I'll have to wait for a drought for this water to get really low. This is like a dumping area. It's all trash and broken glass here. Not the safest conditions. All right, at the opening here, I could see bottom, but I just don't know how deep it really gets. All right, if that's concrete, I think I'll be okay. If it's not, it's gonna be a mess. I think I'm gonna go for it. I just want to get in there. I can't see from here. Little tiny fish down here too. I'm just concerned about hazards, about stepping on something or like a water snake coming off from under the edge. It is nerve-wracking, I'm not going to lie, but my curiosity is really fighting with my mind saying, should you or should you not do this? Oh, there's some big fish coming out of here. Holy crap. All right, I'm gonna go right here close to the edge. About waist deep. Okay, it's getting shallower. I want to go up a little here and see if it's doable to keep going. Oh boy. I don't have a good feeling about it. I'm second guessing myself right now, and I just don't like how it's looking. Stepping on a really soft bottom here. Okay, I'm on a rock ledge. Okay. This is going to be for another day. I'm going to need somebody with me or to come when there's lower water conditions. Let me get over to my bag, get back to a safe spot, and I'm gonna let you know my thoughts. I definitely went out of my comfort zone on that. I'll chat with you guys for a moment here. Good thing there's not smell-o-vision because it stinks really bad. Walking to and from, I basically walked through about 6 inches deep of rotted, decaying material, and it was bubbling up. It smelled like methane, like gas. So it stinks like rotten eggs around here right now. So that, it's good and bad. My suspicions were correct. There is another culvert that connects this gap here. Although I can see the light at the end on the other side, I'm pretty sure it goes to another culvert tunnel. Not only do I not want to make this video 2 hours long, but the water levels are higher than I would like. Like I said, we had some heavy rains yesterday. The water's probably up at least 6 inches higher than normal, and it's going to take a few days for this to go down. I'm going to wait for a literal dry spell, like a drought, where we have about a week of no rain. The water levels will be a lot less. The torrent of water won't be as fast, and I'll be able to basically bypass all this and pick up there. So I felt like there was something crawling on my leg. It scared me. So there will be a part 2, if you want to call it that, or a return, where we're basically going to pick up from here and go through that culvert all the way to the end and keep going, because I think it's going to be a pattern of this: culvert, break, maybe another culvert. Although I could see the bottom, like I said, I'm just not comfortable doing this, going much further by myself. If there's any deep pools of water, my equipment's going to get ruined, and I could potentially step on something, or it could be a water snake. There's a lot of things that could happen. This is actually pretty dangerous. I was really close to not even going in the tunnel itself. Once I heard that water we can hear right now, I saw this deep pool of water, and it's not really deep. It's like 3 to 4 feet deep, but you sink in, like I said. I was just going to say, you know what, we'll call it here. But I did press on, went inside of it. I was definitely outside of my comfort zone. I wasn't feeling safe. I wasn't feeling comfortable. I wasn't feeling like this is something I should continue doing. So I listened to myself, turned around, and I think I made the right call. Which means you guys have something to look forward to in the future. I'm hoping to get back here this year, but it's just been like showers and thunderstorms one day after the next. But we still have at least another month and a half of close to 2 months of warm weather. So I'm going to try to make it back here, but regardless of whether it's this year or next year, you will see me venturing through there and seeing where it goes. Now, the video's not over yet. Right now I am going to roll a photo montage for you, and I'm going to basically go back the way I came. I don't want to go on anyone's property here. This is like the only legal place to be, is down here in the riverbed. So I'm going to go back to where I started, and if there's anything that is or does happen along the way, I'll definitely let you know. Otherwise, I'll see you at the other entrance where we started the video. I was just shooting this B-roll clip. I heard voices. I saw, oh, there's a road up there. There's people walking and a vehicle just went by. I'm going to look on Google Maps to see where I'm at. There actually may be an easier access. There's 2 squirrels chasing each other. It's always squirrels. There might be an easier access to this point if I could find out where I am. Jeez. So that will help me in the future. It's not going to help today. I don't want to go up that way. I still want to go through the way I came because I'm parked closer to that side. But I'm going to see where I'm at, and then I know I can return to this area specifically for my return video or part 2 video. Well, we made it back in one piece. Nothing exciting happened, which is good. Flashlight's a little hot. I had to dip it in the water every so often. Turbo mode heats it up pretty good. In case you're curious as to what lights I was using today, I used two different ones. So for throwing off in the distance, the super bright one, this is the Culvert SP33. And for the more the floodlight, I use the O-Light Per Run 2. So I usually have these linked down in the description of every video, so if you want to check them out for yourself, they're waterproof, and this one gives a nice wide beam. The Culvert shoots pretty far ahead, so a combination of both of them. I had sufficient lighting. I did have a backup light here too. My O-Light S2R Baton. Right, O-Light Baton S2R. So that was my backup light. So as you saw in the disclaimer of this video, I don't recommend you do this for yourself. This is extremely dangerous. There's a lot of hazards, and if you come at the wrong time, you could potentially walk into a disaster. If I was in here, say yesterday, when the thunderstorms hit, the amount of water that would come so quickly, I wouldn't be able to escape quick enough. So you really have to use common sense. Ultimately, it's better to go with two people, but I don't want to put anyone else at risk or in danger, so I do feel comfortable going myself, as I have on many others in the past. With that being said, if you do want to enjoy these types of adventures, you can not only do it on my channel, but in the past I have recommended the channel Post 10. He does culverts, clears clogged drains. He actually has a lot of knowledge and experience involving stuff like this, and I've watched plenty of his videos. I know he's watched some of mine, and I could definitely recommend him as someone to check out if you haven't already, if you want to experience stuff like this. Now, off camera, when I was seeing where I was to come back to that other location, I was looking, and I'm pretty certain, well, I'm not certain, I'm actually very confident that we're going to go through a series of culverts and openings once we keep going. Now, when I do these videos, specifically these culvert videos, I don't scout it out on Google Maps to see where the end is. That takes the fun out of it. Just like I don't, fly my drone to Google Maps locations to see if it's still there. I like the sense of adventure. I like the unknown element. So even though I could have looked and seen if there's more culverts or more openings prior to coming here, I never do that. I like to be basically as natural and raw and as genuine as possible. So looking though ahead for my return, there's definitely going to be a series of culverts, openings, and from what I can see, it's going to actually go underneath in the elementary school. That's how it looks out here. There's a big section of it that goes underneath the elementary school. Hopefully it's big enough to walk in. If it's a small crawl through one, I'm not going to do it. I'm mainly going the ones I can walk through. This one looked promising at first, but as we saw, it went for less than 100 yards. But we traversed on, we came upon another culvert, and just for the know-how of coming back, if I should actually come back or not, I did get out of my comfort zone, but I definitely stopped when I needed to. So with that being said, if you did enjoy any part of today's adventure and liked what you saw in this video, the best way to show your support is to give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Leave me your feedback. Tell me what you liked, maybe what you didn't like, and see if you want to see me return to that second tunnel and to see what's beyond there, which like I said, there's going to be more culverts, more openings. You're not going to want to miss that in the future. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and to see more culvert adventures like this, check the playlist down in the description. Otherwise, I need to dry off, get some food, and get on with my next adventure. So wherever you are, stay safe, take care, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.